What's going on YouTube? Lopez back here with another video, and this is going to be a live commentary. I don't think I've done one of those in a while, and it's always because I do garbage whenever I try to play a game and speak at the same time. Like, look, I can't even aim, but then again, you know, I was going up against a brand new weapon in the game, which just doesn't make sense to me. But guys, as you can tell by the title of the video, I'm just going to be talking about what I want to see in the next Call of Duty. I know that, you know, it's not a huge thing for developers really to hear, especially like what I have to say, just because I'm not like a huge YouTuber or anything, and it's obviously they need to listen, they want to listen to their fans. It's just I feel like they've been avoiding doing that recently, and I'm not too sure if they have any plans to change that, but who knows. I guess we'll see with the next one. So one of the first things that I want to see with the new Call of Duty is I want to see Capture the Flag make a return. I don't know if it's in this game. If it is, it isn't played very often, and I don't get to play it very often. But this is more of a competitive Call of Duty thing, I guess. I really want to play Capture the Flag again. I haven't played Capture the Flag competitively since, I think Advanced Warfare was the last one. I don't know if it was in Black Ops 3, but either way, I think Capture the Flag always had a lot of intense games, and it was always a lot of fun. Now, the problem with that being is Uplink may not have a spot anymore in the competitive rotation, and that kind of sucks because Uplink has a lot of really good games. It has led to a lot of really epic matches because of a, you know, a really good Uplink match or a really good Uplink team, and it kind of sucks that Uplink probably won't be back in the game, obviously, because if we're really going back to World War II, I mean, what exactly, like, where is this portal just gonna magically appear from? You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that Uplink's going to be making a return. I definitely do think that Capture the Flag will, and I really am kind of excited for Capture the Flag to come back. I think it was a really underrated game mode. I think a lot of people didn't like it for some odd reason. I'm not too sure, but let me talk about one of the other things I actually don't want to see come back for the new Call of Duties. Weapon variants. I mean, I feel like this is a no-brainer. Weapon variants and new weapons do not need to be in the new game at all. I mean, you see what's going on with this gun. This gun shoots like faster than almost every other gun. Like, this thing will outshoot a K-bar up close. That's how powerful it is. And it kills in like 3 shots. So trying to say that this gun is not OP would be a lie. And look, it doesn't even kick. Like this gun's ridiculous, and it kind of sucks that, you know, that it's in the game. I'm not gonna lie, I like it, and I got it for free just because I have the season. Well, it wasn't really for free, but because I have the season pass, I didn't have to get it out of a supply drop, so that just makes things a little bit easier for me. But I really don't think that weapon variants and new weapons have a place in the game. Like in Modern Warfare Remastered, they said they were going to release only cosmetic and supply drops. That would have been a great idea if they actually planned on only doing cosmetics, because they released new weapons. And those new weapons are pretty powerful. I don't know if you used them, I don't know if you've been killed by them, but they're pretty powerful, and I've only played like 2 games against them, so I really don't think that it has any place to be adding new weapons. Now, I'm sure that they will, and it's gonna suck, but who knows? Maybe maybe we'll get lucky and they won't add new weapons. Another thing that I want to see return is zombies. Now, I know that Sledgehammer made zombies with Advanced Warfare, but because it was their first game, their zombie mode was kind of it wasn't amazing, but it wasn't really bad. It's just it was decent. Like, it was something different, it was something new, and it was kind of a refreshing take on it. But the problem was, honestly, it was hard to enjoy all the time, and there wasn't really a story. That's another thing that needs to come back with the zombies, is like a story. Because the reason why Treyarch's zombies back in the day, like Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, the reason why those were so like highly played and enjoyed and, you know, just really rated high was just because there was a story behind it all, and that really got people entwined into it. And I'm pretty sure there was a little bit of a story into Advanced Warfare, but it just wasn't very interesting. Like, the campaign for that game was really good, but the zombie campaign was kind of bleh. Like it just wasn't very good. Now hopefully it's gonna be Nazi zombies. I miss fighting Nazi zombies. I think Nazi zombies always made it really cool whenever you'd play or whenever you'd fight them in the Black Ops games. Another thing, definitely just I feel like people complain about there being 1 or 2 OP assault rifles or whatever. This year, so far, we really haven't had a dominant, like, submachine gun. I mean, the Vector was good when the game first came out, and then it was garbage. Now the ERAD is supposedly pretty good, but it really isn't that great. I mean, it's a good gun, don't get me wrong. It's just, I would rather not use that. And my god, energy weapons. Obviously, if we're going to World War II, they won't think about putting energy weapons into the game. But, I mean, you never know. They may be like, oh, well, some guy came from the future and gave him a ray gun. Like, I feel like they would try to do something stupid like that. And it pisses me off. But we have to take it into consideration because people might actually do it. And another thing that I definitely think needs to make a return is, I know it's unpopular, I know a lot of people don't like it, but I definitely think some form of, you know, quickscoping needs to return. Now, I know what that sounds like, you know, you're a nerd that quickscopes. I'm not really, I really honestly don't quickscope that much, but I think one of the big things that made content for Call of Duty really explode was quick scoping. FaZe coming out with all these trick shots, these quick scoping spots, you know, a lot of like feeds and just hitting bills and stuff like that. That was really one of the cool things about the older Call of Duties, and that's what helped everything explode. Now FaZe has kind of just gotten away from gaming just because Call of Duty really isn't even that fun anymore. The feel of Black Ops 2 really needs to make a return. I definitely think Black Ops 2 is probably one of the best feeling CODs to ever, like, the way it played, I feel like it felt the best out of all of them. I feel like there was almost nothing wrong with that game. Now, obviously, the MSMC and the Scorpion dominated that game for the most part. That and the M8. But my thing is, I don't really have a problem with 2 or 3 guns dominating a game. I'm honestly perfectly fine with that. Like back in Black Ops 3, it was the VMP and the M8, and those were the dominant weapons, and that was fine. I never understood what the problem was with having these, you know, 2 or 3 weapons. I understand that it like kind of takes away from the variety of the game and all this other kind of BS, but I think that's fine. Honestly, like, I feel like the less we have to complain about, the better, right? Another thing, dear God, that needs to make a return is some kind of league play that is actually good. Because Black Ops 2 had, hands down, the best ranking system in a Call of Duty for league play. After that, they literally completely gave up, and it really sucks. Because I feel like, first of all, the competitive universe of the game will love it, and they will play the hell out of it. And even the casual players will start to get into it just because they'll wonder, you know, what is this? And then they get into it and they're like, oh my god, there's an entirely different ranking system in here that shows that you're better than other people. And I just really think that that is something that people like and that people really want. And I don't understand why it hasn't been added in the recent games. Now, obviously, Infinite Warfare came out incomplete. That was all Infinity Ward's fault. They are literally the entire reason that this game did not, I mean, it did really well for them money-wise, don't get me wrong, but they were heavily criticized for it, and it was all their fault for releasing an unfinished game. This game is a perfect example of why you don't spend 2.5 years on a story mode and then 6 months on the multiplayer, because people aren't going to play your story mode over and over and over again. People will play your multiplayer over and over again if it's really good. Me, I'm getting a little bit back into the game, but a lot of that's just because I want to make videos on it. I want to make videos on Call of Duty because my channel is a Call of Duty channel, and I feel like if I don't do that, I'm not really sticking to what my channel is. But I feel like this game doesn't have any longevity. Like, even if you're playing with friends on this game, it gets boring really fast, it gets annoying really quickly, it ends up becoming a not very fun game. And another thing that needs to be worked on, hitboxes on, I don't know what went on with this, the creation of these hitboxes, but someone thought that making a skinny bot was a good idea and everyone got pissed off about it. They fixed the hitboxes a little bit on it, but it's still pretty much just as bad. They honestly should have just recreated the entire body type, because it is, I mean, it's pretty ridiculous how, you know, the robot that I'm playing as has this tiny little head, has tiny arms, tiny body, and all this kind of stuff. And then you go up against one of, you know, like these guys, he actually has normal hitboxes that you can hit. This guy has normal hitboxes that you can hit, but I'm the one that doesn't. And it's a pretty annoying thing that I definitely think they need to work on. This has turned into kind of a complaints video, but it really is just what I want to see and what I don't want to see coming back into the game. Another thing that really needs to make another return, Call of Duty Ghosts had some really good customization. So did Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3, and this game's a little bit that way, but the customization, honestly, the thing that I liked about Ghosts was the customization was, for the most part, really realistic. It really tied into the game. In Black Ops 3 and in Advanced Warfare, it started to get a little bit unrealistic. I mean, in Advanced Warfare, you could play as a gingerbread man. And Black Ops 3, at this point, Black Ops 3 is just a circus show. Like, they're going crazy with it. I don't even know what's going on. But I just feel like it would be so much better if the outfits that you got in the game made sense. Weapon kits should definitely make a return. I'm perfectly fine with supply drops. I'm gonna say it right now, I'm fine with supply drops if it is purely cosmetic. Like, it's literally perfectly fine. You can make the gun look completely different as long as it's the same gun. I cannot care less. If the stats get changed, or if it's a brand new gun that y'all added into the game that you claim is balanced, then I have an issue, because that's not true. The guns they create are never balanced. It's a lie every single time. Like, it's April Fool's Day for them every single time they say that, oh, this weapon's gonna be balanced, or there won't be any new weapons added into the game. It's all a lie, and it sucks that they do that. But I definitely think that weapon kits should make a return. I think that purely camos and weapon kits and, you know, obviously accessories and stuff like that should be in supply drops. I think that is a really good balance. I think people will buy them a lot more, especially if they continue to add them. But what they don't need to do is what they did this year. This year in Infinite Warfare, they have focused more on what's in supply drops than improving the game. They made improving the game like the third priority, and their first priority was making money, which, okay, I understand that, but it ended up going from making money and then making more stuff for supply drops. Like, making more stuff in supply drops was above making the game better on their priority list, and that's an issue. And if they continue to stay money hungry, they really could just drive this series into the ground. Because yes, it may be a highly bought game every single year, it may break records every single year, but if this continues, it won't be breaking records, it won't be selling copies anymore, because people will stop playing it. The whole reason why public games, like, look, I'm playing a 4v2 game right now. The whole reason that these games don't get more people is because people don't like playing public matches anymore. Why? Because people like me who are using these brand new weapons against them and just slaughtering them with it, because it's annoying, because they don't have that weapon. I mean, they could buy the season pass and get the weapon, or they could buy supply drops and get the weapon, but I mean, who wants to continually spend their own money to get a weapon in a game? I just definitely think the last few games have really killed public matches. I think Black Ops 3 was fine with it. I definitely think Black Ops 3 was okay in public matches, but, you know, obviously weapon variants and new weapons started to ruin it. And that, I mean, that's really just the biggest issue right now, is just the weapon variants, I think. A lot of people have problems with the jetpacks and everything. I don't have that big of an issue with it. Obviously, you could say, you know, oh, well, you're just a jetpacker. Yeah, whatever. I don't care. I like boots on the ground gameplay. I like jetpack gameplay. My problem is the new weapons and the way they play. Like this, I feel like this shouldn't be a thing. Like, you see how these shots are reflecting back? That should not be a thing. Why? Like, I don't know who thought that was not a good idea. And those damage you. People can shoot you around the corner by doing that, and it's it was a dumb idea. I really think it was an awful idea. So thanks for watching the video, guys. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, subscribe. I know I said a Mass Effect video will probably be coming out today, but I honestly just didn't take the time to edit one. They take really long to edit, but I have the next couple days off after this, so I'll definitely be trying to record and upload and edit and everything with those videos. So like I said, thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.